So what's going on, guys, and welcome back to episode number 93 of our Portsmouth career mode, and we are going to be kicking off this episode with a game in the group stage of the Champions League, and it is actually going to be our first game. So in our group stage we do have Atletico Madrid, we have Basel, and we have Olympique Marseille. So in theory Basel should be the easiest of the three squads, so we jump straight into the action. But the only problem is we are having to play a weakened squad in this game. The main reason being is because in the previous games, we did put our strongest lineup, and that were only a few days ago. So having a look at our lineup here, we've got Solanke is going to be making his debut up top. We've got Payne playing at left back, going to be making his debut as well. So hopefully we can put in a good performance. And we also have the likes of Bale, Mastor, Boca, Iheanacho. They're all on the bench if needs be. So if worst case scenario, we can always bring them on. So we are going to be jumping into the game, as you can see here. But while we're jumping into the game, I'd like to speak to you guys about a few things. So recently I did upload a video that was titled "What Am I Doing Wrong?" and I'd like to say thank you to everyone that has in fact left comments and likes on that video, as it does really much appreciated. And also I have taken a feedback from a few things that have been said. A few things that have been said were maybe I could try and slow down a little bit when talking, and we've just scored a wonderful goal there 3 minutes in with Bergwijn. What a fantastic strike from the Dutch international. The left winger has been dropped this season as Raheem Sterling's come into the squad, but Frickson Martinez plays a good through ball through to him, and that is a delightful strike from the outside of the box. It clips the underside of the crossbar, and the best possible start for us away in Switzerland, as we find ourselves 1-0 up very early on against Basel in our first group stage match. So jumping back to what I was saying, that a lot of you guys were saying that maybe I could try and slow down talking a little bit, which I will be attempting to do that in the up and coming episodes, and that is basically why I decided to upload the video asking you guys what am I actually doing wrong, if anything. And the feedback that was very positive, to be honest. A lot of you guys were saying that maybe it's not me that's really doing anything wrong, but maybe you give me a few suggestions. Maybe I could try and slow down a little bit talking, which I will be trying to do. It's going to be hard for me because this is how I naturally speak, but I will try and slow down a little bit for you guys. Also, as you will notice, I do now edit a little bit more, and I will be putting songs or like little clippets of songs when we do score a goal. So there's going to be like a song for every time we score a goal, which you probably would have heard when we did score that one with Bergwijn, which was a wonderful goal as well. And a few of you guys were also saying maybe don't stop the Portsmouth career mode, which I'm not planning on stopping it anytime soon anyway, but I was just asking your opinion because a few of you guys were maybe saying it might be getting a little bit stale, and now we've pretty much achieved everything we possibly can with Portsmouth, maybe start a new Road to Glory series. But the reason is I am actually going to start a new Road to Glory series, but I'm just thinking about what team to do it with, what type of objective I want to put onto the series. So also let me know in the comments section down below what you think would be a good team for me to start a Road to Glory series. I think England's probably going to be the most likely option because England is where most of my subscribers are from, and I'm sure you guys are probably going to want to see a side from your home nation. A lovely chance for them here, and they get themselves back on level terms. The 22nd minute, a poor defending from us as their striker runs through pretty much our whole defence there, and he scores a good goal past Christopher Shiplock at his near post. It was a lovely through ball inside. They do get a little bit lucky as a deflection comes off Jorge Meri and deflects into the path of Kuzmanovic, and he picks up his first goal of the game, and now we're sitting at 1-1. So Bergwijn's fantastic strike has been cut out there with a good build-up play by Basel. A good chance for Basel here. Mbolo's been played through, and Mbolo has given Basel the lead. So after 38 minutes now, after us taking a very good lead, we find ourselves 2-1 down. This time it's the other striking partner that scores the goal for them, and it's a lovely through ball through to him. Ongwen comes out the back line to try and close down the pass. He couldn't do it. Christopher Shiplock once again beating at his near post, and Donald Mbolo has scored the goal, which has put Basel 2-1 up. So them, after being 1-0 down, are now finding themselves with a 2-1 goal advantage. We've got to be doing a lot better than that at the back. We've got a really good chance here. Dominic Solanke Solanke's on the ball. Solanke squeezing it through to Leon Bailey. Bailey to cut back inside on his left boot, goes for the shot at the near post, and Leon Bailey at the second attempt has given us a goal which gets ourselves back in the game. So after scoring really early on in the half, we go ahead and score really late on. Dominic Solanke, the provider, plays a lovely through ball through to Solanke. Solanke has a shot. Bailey has a shot. It gets deflected off the defender. The goalkeeper can't get back up in time, and he sneaks the ball in at the near post to give us now a 2-2 goal line score, and that means now we've got it all to play for in the second half. We squeeze the ball through to Leon Bailey. Leon Bailey's got a really good chance for himself here. He's going to go for the shot at the near post, and he doesn't even hit the target. The problem was the shot was on his weaker foot, and that could be the reason why he couldn't hit the target. But I was expecting him to at least try and get ourselves a corner there, or maybe try and squeeze it in at the near post like he did his first goal of the game, but it just wasn't to be. But we win the header here with Fricks and Martinez. Martinez is going to wait for Bergwijn to overlap him, which he does do, but Bergwijn, the same old story, has got no energy left. But we do actually, in fact, win ourselves a free kick from a dangerous situation, and we are going to make some substitutions. So coming on the left-hand side, we will be bringing on Misalovic, which is in fact Ibra's regen. He can play on the left wing. Do we bring anyone else on? I think we could bring No, we don't actually want to bring anyone else on because we've got a few games in a clustered fixture list, so we don't want to be making too many substitutions because that means for the next games we're going to suffer as well. But now we've got a good chance here. Ibra's regen, who's just come on the pitch, is going to strike it from range. He gets it up and over the wall. He strikes it, and that's a really good save from the goalkeeper. What an impact that would have been if he had found the back of the net there. Ryan Gold on the ball, squeezing the ball through to Dominic Solanke. Solanke through out wide to Klosterman, our right back. He goes for the strike from range, and it does get deflection and goes out wide for a corner kick. So I think that could have been our last chance, but Ibra's going to whip the ball in the box. It's going to come to Fricks and Martinez, the smallest player on the pitch, and you can see why his heading actually isn't that good, and they boot the ball upfield now, and Mbolo's actually won that one in front of Dahoud, and Mbolo's going to be charging through on goal unless Dahoud can catch up with him, but Dahoud this time uses his pace to bail him out, and with just 3 minutes remaining, can we launch one last counter-attack as Ryan Gould plays the ball to Martinez. Martinez through to Ibra's regen, through to Dominic Solanke. Solanke squeezing it through to Leon Bailey. Leon Bailey can't get there, and that is it for the game. We end up drawing the game 2-2 away from home at Switzerland against Basel. Not the best result, and that means we're going to have a lot to do now when we play Olympique Marseille and when we play Atletico Madrid. We're going to have to get a result from either one of them two sides, but a fantastic performance from the Basel centre midfielder. Their goal scorer as well played really well, picking up a 9.4 rating. So that's probably one of the highest ratings I've seen an opponent put in. So having a look at our fixture list here, it is very congested. We have a game up against Middlesbrough, then we have a game up against Plymouth away from home in the Capital One Cup, then we've got a game up against Bournemouth, then we've got a game up against Olympique Marseille. So we are going to sim the Middlesbrough one and this one, and then we might even sim the Bournemouth. We're not sure. We'll see how we get on in the two sim games. So the first sim game is going to be this one up against Middlesbrough, and we are going to be pretty much putting out our strongest possible lineup for this one. So we're hoping we're going to pick up the win, but most importantly, we're not going to pick up any injuries. So we end up drawing the game 1-1. Iheanacho scores the goal, but 1-1 against Middlesbrough when we got a brilliant squad out. That's very, very surprising. But also some good news there, as Ibra's regen, Milosevic, has now gone up to a 75 rating. So we're going to keep him on, and we're hoping we can maybe try and push him up to the 80 rating before the end of the season. However, we now got the game once again up against Plymouth away from home in the Capital One Cup round 3. So we should win this one, even though we got our second team lineup. Well, we've got such strong strikers, there's no reason why we should lose this one, and we end up winning the game. Gareth Bale being required to come off the bench to score the goal in the 78th minute. So simming games doesn't seem as easy as I thought. I thought we'd win that one really easy. However, we decided to sim the next game as well up against Bournemouth because we want to try and get our first team line out fully fit for the game up against Olympique Marseille, which is going to be a crucial one. And we end up winning the game 1-0. Solanke scoring the goal for us in the 54th minute. But Ongwen actually got sent off in that game in the 34th minute. So we've done really well actually to go ahead and win win that game, picking up all 3 points in the Barclays Premier League. But now our attention is going to be turned to the Champions League group stage again. Milosevic, once again, picking up good ratings in both his training sessions. So, if anything, he's going to be the one to watch in the up-and-coming episodes. So, also, talking about football and different things in the transfer window, I would like to pretty much ask your opinion on what you think about all these players going to China. So, we've recently seen Paulinho go, Jackson Martinez. Teixeira has just been confirmed that he went today to China in a 38 million bid. You've got Demba Ba there. You've got loads and loads of big players that have gone to China. Do you think it's actually worth it going to China? Let me know in the comment section down below, as I'm intrigued to know your opinion on whether you think it's good that players are starting to go to teams that are in China. But then what I don't understand is China, okay, it's not got the best standard of football, but then they're in at the second division, not even in the first division in China. It's really weird and I don't understand it. It must be because they're paying them huge amounts of money and they want something new in their career. But the likes of Teixeira, Paulinho, Demba Ba, they're not that older players, so I don't know why they're going. But anyway, that's my opinion. I'd like to ask your opinion, so let me know in the comment section down below what you think about their deals, whether you think it's good that they're starting to go to China, whether you think they're going to come back to Europe soon, because they're not going to enjoy it. I want to know your opinion, so let me know in the comment section down below, as I am intrigued to know what you guys think about it. Marseille with a good chance themselves. They play the ball through to Basel, but he takes the ball away from goal for some reason, and I thought they had a really good chance there, but they play the ball to Mendy. Mendy back to Lenglet, back to Basel. Some lovely football from Marseille here, and it turns into a really good save from Christopher Shiplock. So our defence has got to improve. For some reason, my defence is really struggling to keep teams at bay at the moment, but we've got a good chance here as we squeeze the ball through to Mastor. Mastor through to Yannick Boca. Boca cuts back inside, still got the ball somehow. Can he hold on to it? No, he can't, and they regain possession of the ball, and Mastor, if he was on his toes there, would have had a better chance than what I thought he had. And Kula lose the ball. We play the ball to Kelechi Iheanacho. Iheanacho cuts back inside on his left boot, goes for goal, and that was a really good strike, but it does turn into a good block from the Marseille defender Nkulu, as he does put a very good block on it to deny Iheanacho from picking up a goal. But we win that header there, and the header gets cleared off the line. It comes back to Lucas Hernandez, and our left back shot also goes blazing over the bar. So a promising 5 minutes for us there, as we had some really good chances. But I think Lucas Hernandez isn't really that accustomed to being in that sort of situation high up the pitch. I don't think he knew what to do with himself. Hatching Mastor on the ball, squeezing the ball through to Yannick Boca. Boca's on his favourite left boot, he's going to go for goal. It's a good save from Mandanda. It comes back to Hatching Mastor, who also goes for the strike, and it was pretty much comical errors there from Marseille defenders, but I don't know how they managed to keep that ball from going across the goal line. A lovely save from Mandanda denying Yannick Boca, and then somehow the block from Hatching Mastor reflects into the arms of Mandanda after ricocheting off a few different defenders. But Batshuayi's got the ball here. They play the ball to the far post. We just about get it clear. It comes to Ruben Loftus-Cheek, and the referee bails us out, blowing the half-time whistle. But a very dramatic 0-0 first half, but we're still searching for that first goal. You've got to be kidding me! We've completely and utterly dominated the game. Marseille get the first chance they've had pretty much throughout the whole game, apart from Christopher Shiplock's save in the first half, and they go ahead and find the back of the net. Jason Denayer was not quick enough down the right-hand side. He gets beaten for pace. They whip a lovely ball into the centre, and Batshuayi gets to the ball just before Christopher Shiplock to find the back of the net, and we find ourselves 1-0 down. So if we continue this form up, it doesn't look like we're going to be progressing anywhere near the next round of the Champions League. Raheem Sterling's cut inside from the left-hand side. Raheem Sterling's still going. Surely Raheem's going to find the back of the net. He's missed. Raheem Sterling's missed the best chance of the game. He does all the hard work. He skips past everyone, goes for goal, and it was a certain goal, and he missed the target. I can't believe it. Milosevic here, who's just come on the pitch, plays the ball through to Kelechi Iheanacho. Iheanacho is trying to squeeze the ball through to Frickson Martinez. Frickson Martinez gets there. He tries to squeeze the ball in from a tight angle, and Mandanda once again matching it with a really good save. But we're going to take the short corner here. Frickson Martinez is going to freeze the ball back to Kelechi Iheanacho. Iheanacho's taken round everyone. He's still on the ball, but it comes back to Frickson Martinez. Martinez keeps on going. Can Frickson do what Raheem can't? We strike it, and Mandanda once again, a wonderful save from the big man in goal for Marseille, and we just cannot do anything, can we? But we've got another good chance. We whip it in the box, and we've hit the post. Dominic Solanke now hits the post, and we just cannot score in this game, can we? Martinez has had a fantastic chance, but Mandanda's made a fantastic save, and then we go ahead and hit the post. I do not know how Marseille have managed to keep a clean sheet in this game. It is a complete mystery, but Mandanda, along with the post, along with a bit of luck, they have somehow managed to keep the scoreline at Marseille 1, Portsmouth 0. We end up losing the game, so we picked up just 1 point out of 6 in the Champions League group stage. And unless we win our remaining games in the Champions League, we're out of it. So we've got to do a lot better. As you see there, Mandanda with a performance of his life, picking up an 8.6 rating. But just look at them stats. We had 13 shots compared to Marseille's 2, and we had 8 shots on target compared to Marseille's 2 as well. So they had 2 shots on target, scored 1 of them. We had 8 shots on target, scored 0. So we've got to improve up top. But most importantly, we've got to improve at the back because our defensive record isn't that good this season. So as we've just moved into a new month, we will be showing you a squad report. Feel free to pause the video at any moment in time if you want to have a look, or have a better look at any of the players and have a look at their attributes and stats. But it's always good to see when you've got so many players in the green and so many stats that are in fact increasing. So it's fantastic to see, especially when you've got people that don't even have that much game time, like Milosevic, however you pronounce it, is already gone up +2, and he hasn't even scored a goal for us yet, so he looks very good as well. These two players here, I'm not that pleased about at the moment. They're both the highest rated players at the club, and both of them are yet to score a goal, so we need to try and get them to get on the score sheet. The most notable change, though, through the squad report is that Jason Denayer has now gone up to an 86 rated, which is fantastic news for us. Another player that has also gone up is Kelechi Iheanacho. He's now a 81 rated striker, and he looks insane, and he has done pretty well since he's come back in. Hachi Mastor has also gone up to an 82 rated now, so it's always good to see, like I said, when you got teams, players that are progressing so very nicely. And having a look at the league table here, we're not doing as well as I had hoped. We're currently sitting in 8th place, but we've got 10 points. We're currently 6 points away from the lead, which currently hold Manchester City, and at the bottom are Middlesbrough, Sunderland and Stoke. So the reason we're around about 8th position is we could only manage to draw 1-1 with Middlesbrough, which is not a good enough result. So we're going to have to try and build up a lot better results in the future if we want to be getting further in the Champions League for one and winning the Premier League for another. So that will be it for this episode of Career Mode. If you did enjoy it, please make sure to hit the like button down below, as it is going to be very much appreciated. And don't forget, if you're new around here, hit that subscribe button to keep up to date with all my latest videos and career modes. And don't forget to follow me on Twitter, as the link will be in the description down below. Thank you so much for watching. Bye bye.